Hey guys, it's Truck Doug. From time to time, I get someone that asks, what is the ideal or nominal bushing clearance spec for most of these shaft to bushings for oil clearance purposes? And the industry standard is 1 thou per 1 inch of shaft diameter plus a base tolerance or a base of 1 thou. So it's 1 thou plus 1 thou times whatever it is in inches. So on a shaft that's 1 inch in diameter, you'll end up with around 2 thousandths clearance. And that is just to get you in the ballpark. I want to see anywhere between 1.5 thou to maybe 2 thou. So here's a front stator bushing that I just replaced, and let's set this up here. And it feels like it's on the tight side. It spins freely, but it does have a little resistance going in. So let's see what we get. I'm gonna go all the way one way, and I get, I don't know, almost 1 thou, maybe half 1 thou. And then push it the other way and I get 1 thou. So I have 1.5 thou hard one way to the other way. And that probably translates to about 7.5 tenths per side, which is pretty good. I think that is a happy place to be, specifically for that front stator bushing, because it acts as a seal between the apply side and the release side on your torque converter. And if it's too big, you're going to bleed oil between those two circuits. It definitely is on the tight side going by the quote unquote industry nominal, but I'd rather not have a leak there than open that up to 2 or 3 thou. Now other bushings, because they're larger diameter, will have more clearance. This front stator or this front pump to converter hub bushing should have about 3.5 thou total. And we can just check that real quick. Flip this over. It's a brand new converter pump hub. I'll try and do this one-handed. Where's a good place to mount this? Right here. Why don't I just pause this? All right, I kind of have this set up. I'm not real happy with this setup, but let's see what it is. So let's zero this. So our base is 1 thou, and then this is a 2-inch diameter shaft. And that should be 3 thou minimum. I think I'd rather see around 5 total, but let's see what we get. So 3 that way, 3 that way. So that's 6 total. I'm happy with that. The tighter you make that front pump bushing, the more issues you're going to run into with the pump bushings wearing. They need oil, they need lubrication. They can't be too loose or you're just gonna blow a bunch of oil past there into the return, and no matter how big you drill that hole, it'll still just piss on past that seal, blowing the seal out. But 5-6 thou, when jamming hard one way to the other, I think is about good for those. And I will say the other big bushings, like the case output bushing, I want to see about 5 there. the reaction carrier to the bottom of the center support, right about 5 there. And then, of course, the bushing that goes from the extension housing to the slip yoke, 5, 6 plus, maybe 10 thou, because that slip yoke has to move so much. I definitely want to have as big as an oil film there as I can get away with. Too loose, of course, you're gonna have vibrations in the drivetrain. Too tight, you're gonna burn that bushing up. I see that a lot. People using a brand new bushing, maybe using the wrong year bushing, using an 04 and up bushing in a early, 2003 and earlier extension housing. You end up with a very, very tight clearance, almost to the point where it won't fit a slip yoke, and those burn up like that. But yeah, that's just a little something about bushings for you. I hope it helps. Talk to you later. Bye.